this week's What's My Line panel. First, that popular TV host, Gene Rayburn.
Oh, you're a good group. Thank you, Johnny Olson. Now, I'd like to present a beautiful Broadway star who electrified me and movie-going audiences with a great performance in The Midnight Cowboy. Here is Brenda Vaccaro.
And on my left today, a great game player I hope is going to help me out, and a very nice lady, Joanna Barnes.
And on my left is a gentleman who played this game on the air for 17 full years, and it's my privilege to introduce to you a man you probably already know very well, Mr. Bennett Cerf.
It's nice to be back for a change after being away all last year. And now it's my privilege to introduce a man you've learned to love, the MC of this show, Mr. Wally Brunner.
Thank you, Bennett, and welcome to What's My Line. During the next 30 minutes, you're going to meet some interesting people engaged in the most unusual occupations, which we hope will baffle this panel of experts. And in addition, the panel will face a mystery celebrity guest just a bit later on. But now, panel, are you ready?
Yeah, Wally, let's go.
Okay, let's meet our first challenger. Would you enter and sign in, please? Phyllis Buckman. Is it Miss Buckman?
Yes.
And where are you from, please?
Dorchester, Mass.
All right. Panel, may I tell you that Phyllis Buckman deals with a product. And now let's show the audience just what her line is. May I remind you, please, panel, it's a product you're after, and let's begin the questioning with Bennett Cerf.
Ms. Buckman, is this a product that can be used by both men and women,
Yes.
more or less equally?
Yes.
Is it a product that is consumed?
Yes.
Is it taken internally?
Yes.
It's either food or drink, then.
Yes.
Is it food?
Yes.
Oh, you're doing very well.
Is this food, has this food ever been alive?
No.
No, that's one down. Gene Rayburn.
This food has never been alive. That, let's see now, that would eliminate the animal world. And, well, the vegetable world, too, because plants are alive.
I think in the rules of the game, Gene, we only use the term alive as applied to the animal world.
Thank you for clarifying that, Walter.
Righto.
All right. Is this something that's grown by farmers?
No.
No.
Two down. Brenda.
was a big nothing.
Would this be a synthetic product that would be taken?
No.
That's three down. Joanna.
Well, whatever it is, Miss Buckman, the audience was so happy. They love what you make. Is
I
it
hope
in
so.
the nature of, may I assume that it is not a staple, what we would call a staple, like flour or
Right.
sugar or something. It's something that's fun to eat.
Yes.
Is it, would it be sold in a drugstore, in the broad sense of the word drugstore? I mean, they sell candy and ice cream and stuff. in
Sometimes.
drugstores. Does it cost less than 50 cents?
Yes.
It's a little something. Oh! It's consumable. It is eaten.
Yes.
So we know it's not bubble gum. Is it sweet?
Yes.
As opposed to sour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet as opposed to sour. As opposed to, all right. And it costs less than 25 cents. Is it in the candy family?
No.
That's four down. Bennett Cerf.
Candy family. Has it got any medical qualities, like cough drops or something?
No.
So?
That's 5 down. Gene.
This is a baffler, isn't it? Yeah. It's not candy. It's, let's see.
30 seconds.
Does this have any medicinal properties?
I think it's been established that it does not have
any. Yeah. Can it also be bought in the supermarket?
Yes.
And is it likely that I would consume this product?
Yes.
Oh, very, I would.
Really?
Yes.
No kidding.
Sure. While you're riding your bicycle.
While I'm riding my bicycle. Is it...
15 seconds.
It's not sweet, so it's nothing you'd use for energy.
No, it has not been established that it was not sweet.
Oh, is it sweet?
Yes,
Oh,
it is sweet as opposed to being
Yeah.
sour.
And is it something that's used to increase your energy?
I'd say yes.
Well, not primarily.
No.
So that's...
Is it a dessert?
Does anyone have a guess? I'm flipping all the cards.
Pretzels.
That's close.
Pretzels.
Let me tell you that
Lollipops.
Phyllis puts the sticks in popsicles.
Wally, may I raise an objection? You don't eat sticks that you put in popsicles.
Yeah, but
You
you
don't
eat
call
Oh, you eat the
Sticks.
popsicle, Bennett.
But she makes the sticks. She puts the sticks in.
All right. I'll take your objection under advisement.
Thank you.
Really, he really gets down to brass tacks, but of course he's right. But Miss Buckman does put sticks in popsicles, and you work for the Seymour Ice Cream Company in Dorster, Mass. Is that
Yes.
correct? Well, they say, Bennett, and I want Bennett to judge this too, they say that popsicle originated from the name of combining lollipop and icicles.
That's absolutely correct.
Is that correct? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Yes, it is.
But that is where they
That's
came
what
up with the
it's-
name
That's
of
for the man
popsicle.
who started popsicles. Combine the two.
Combine the two. How many sticks do you put in popsicles a day?
Oh, I put in, we do 600 dozen an hour. Popsicles.
600 dozen.
Yeah.
Do you ever get splinters?
Occasionally, yeah.
Well, I mean, that's an occupational hazard.
There are hazards in every profession. Well, Phyllis, you stumped the panel and won the game, and thanks so much for joining us on What's My Line.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phyllis. We'll be back to meet another challenger as What's My Line continues. Well, you're off to a fairly good start. You didn't guess the first one, but you qualify to try for the next. So will our next challenger enter and sign in, please? Jackie Willie. That's a colorful coat, Mr. Willie.
Thank you.
Where are you from, sir?
Fort Lauderdale, Florida.
All right. Panel, may I tell you that Jackie Willie performs a service. And now let's show our audience just what his line is. May I remind you, please, panel, it's a service you're after, and let's begin the questioning with Joanna Barnes.
Well, I'm tempted to think that he might... May I assume, sir, that you do have nothing to do with the space program? May I assume that?
No.
Yes, she may assume that you have nothing to do,
no,
right?
I have.
Okay, terrific, because that jacket really is like from outer space. So, this service that you perform, is this in the nature of amusement in any way?
Yes.
Do people pay to see you perform this? Do they come there and pay money to see you do this thing?
Yes.
Do you do it out of doors?
Yes.
Do you wear anything different from what you have on now when you do it?
Sometimes.
But not necessarily, huh?
That is correct.
Is there any jeopardy or danger involved in what you do?
Yes.
Does it have anything to do with explosives?
No.
That's one down, then it's served.
I know what he does.
Mr. Willie, is there any animal connected with what you do?
Yes.
Do you...
Go, Bennett, go.
Wait a minute.
It isn't your turn, Joanna.
What?
Now,
If I can keep Joanna quiet for a minute. Do you wrestle or fight with an animal in the act that you do?
Yes.
Would it be an alligator?
Yes.
it is indeed. But Mr. Willie performs at the Seminole Village in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And what do you have, a bunch of trained alligators down there?
Yes, we're
Are they
trained now.
trained?
No, no, they're not trained alligators, no.
You can't train an alligator.
In fact, you cannot train alligators because they have small brain, they tell us, and so you cannot train them. You can train yourself to handle one, but you cannot train alligators.
Well, that's, I don't think I'd like that job very well. Have you been injured at all or anything?
Oh, yes, quite a few times. In fact, I received a bite a year ago, and this finger right here, clamp down on it and hang on for 5 minutes.
The alligator hung on to
Yes,
your finger?
yes.
Why didn't you pull it away or something?
Well, you can lose a finger by pulling it, so I wait till he opened his mouth so I got my finger out.
Are you through yet?
And he was telling me earlier, I said, what did you do with that 5 minutes? He said, oh, I just relaxed. I don't know how you relax, but anyway, panel, Jackie Willie has brought along with him one of those 60 Seminole Village alligators, and we have it on stage, and we'd like you to meet him right now. So,
May I change my seat?
Yes.
I'd like to leave your jacket. Hang on to those ropes, fellas. Jackie, can you tell me something about this one?
Well, this one here weighs about 165 pounds, age, but roughly about 20 or 25 years old.
What are you going to wrestle him right now,
Yes.
huh? Okay, it's all yours.
Now, as soon as I get that rope off, I'm going to demonstrate this for you. Show you how it's done. Maybe you can do it one day. What I'm going to do, when I open this alligator's jaw, show you that an alligator has a check valve, and leave his hand swim its mouth open. They have 1,000 pound of closing pressure. You can easily lose a finger if you ever get your finger in his jaw. Now, next step I'm going to do, I'm going to put my alligator jaw against my chin and release the both grips. This is what we call a bulldog and an alligator. Now next, I'm going to turn this alligator over on his back. An alligator will sort of like it goes to sleep.
Will he stay there?
Yes. What happened, I have a small brain, blood rushes to the brain, and a little pressure passed out, sort of like it goes to sleep.
So if
Now, if
Bennett
you
ever...
ever come across the alligator, you know what to do with it.
Oh,
All
yeah,
you
just
gotta
turn
do-
him over, huh? Well, Jack, hey, stay back there, fella. Hey. Well, Jackie, thank you very much. We enjoyed having you on What's My Line, and we'll be back to meet another challenger as What's My Line continues. Once again, we have reached that very special part of What's My Line, the time we meet our mystery guest. Panel of the blindfolds in place.
Yes, sirree.
All right, mystery challenger, would you enter and sign in, please? Panel, our mystery guest has arrived and is now seated beside me. May I remind you, please, it's one question at a time. I'll give you 3 minutes to try and establish the identity of our mystery guest. And let's begin the questioning with Gene Rayburn.
Yeah, let's. Hello, mystery guest.
Hi.
I know who it is. No, I'm only kidding. Mystery guest, there were a lot of yays in the audience, especially from young boys, it sounded like to me. Are you connected with sports?
No.
Well,
Brenda.
see, I'm wrong.
Are you in the entertainment field?
No, not really.
May I say no positively?
Oh, really?
Joanna Barnes.
Are you in politics?
Yes.
Bennett.
Do you hold an elected office?
Yes.
Gene.
Is that elected office on a national level?
Yes.
Brenda.
Are you a Democrat?
No.
Joanna.
Let's see, what else is there? I'll think of it. Hang on there. You hold an elected office. Are you a senator?
No.
Bennett.
Are you a member of the House of Representatives?
Yes.
Gene.
Not a Democrat. Too bad. How'd they get Mr. Nixon up this early? Are you elected to the Congress from the state of New York, and is your constituency somewhere around New York City?
No,
That's
sir.
three
No, sir.
questions.
No, sir, to both questions.
Thank you. Got two in there for the
Brenda?
first one.
How about New England?
No, ma'am.
No. Does anyone have a
How
guess?
about California?
No.
Take off your blindfolds and meet House Minority Leader Jerry Ford. Oh, it's so good to see you. I miss seeing your smiling face, Congressman.
Well, Wally, we miss you down in Washington.
I see you occasionally on Cronkite or Huntley Brinkley or the Frank Reynolds Show, but nothing's like, trading barbs back and forth face to face like we did for a long time.
Well, you were an expert at that.
So were you. Jerry used to say that he could answer any, ask any question you want to, and he assured us that he'd answer every question to his own satisfaction.
Do you ever see our old panel moderator, John Charles Daly, down in Washington?
As a matter of fact, I saw him just the other day, and he was thoroughly enjoying a golf game.
Well, now, I'll look forward to maybe someday having time to play golf, too. Maybe I can succeed John in that respect also.
Is it Burning Tree?
That's right, and he did very well.
Did he?
Congressman, I haven't put you on the political spot for a long time, and now all of a sudden, we have a Republican administration nationally, and you're in the Congress, but you still got a Democratic majority in both houses. What does this do to a Republican administration?
Well, let me say, Wally, I'm enjoying the situation a little bit more than I did the previous 4 years, but we still are in a minority, and we have to deal with the Democratic majority, just as we did in the past, except we're trying to help Mr. Nixon's program rather than present a few obstacles to the previous administration. It has been a real challenging situation, and I hope we're doing all right.
I guess it sort of takes the sting out of it when you lose a roll call vote on the House floor and then you go down to the White House to cool off that night for dinner or something. It sort of makes it a little better, doesn't it?
Well, Wally, we've done reasonably well so far, and I must say that the Democratic Speaker, John McCormick, and Carl Albert, the Democratic Majority Leader, have been really very helpful to the President, and I think I can speak for the President by saying that he's grateful, and so are we.
Thank you, Jerry Ford.
Thank you.
A very, very nice man and one of the really fine people in Washington, D.C. And now, panel, it's time for honest answers to questions submitted by our studio audience. The first one from Peter Dungy of Buffalo, New York, to Brenda Vaccaro. We've seen you in Broadway in How Now, Dow Jones, Cactus Flower, and the movies Where It's At and Midnight Cowboy.
Wow.
What else do you have in store for us?
Well, right now, nothing specific that I could say, but I'm terribly impressed that he has that whole list there. That's what I've done.
That's your whole life.
He's really seen everything. I wish I had something really terrific to tell him, but I don't right now.
Well, I'm sure there's something terrific in store.
Thank him for his
But
interest.
Thank you, Brenda.
That's wonderful.
To Gene Rayburn, have you ever been nominated for Best Dressed Man in Television?
No, but it's about time.
And to Bennett Cerf, how do you keep words in a dictionary constantly revised for contemporary meanings? And we'll let you answer that one tomorrow because we don't have time. And thank you, panel, for your honest answers. Well, you're 1 for 3 today.
Yeah.
That's 333. In baseball, that isn't bad. And I guess on the panel of What's My Line, that's not bad either, and you'll qualify to come back tomorrow. But what's happening now? What else is going on around for you people? Bennett?
I guess just wait to come back here tomorrow.
Are you writing more new puns?
Just telling the same old ones.
You're telling the same old ones.
He's revising words in the dictionary.
Revising words in the
It's
dictionary.
Right, to keep them up for current usage.
Well, that's a noble task, because how many words are in a dictionary, Bennett?
Hundreds of thousands.
Very good answer. Well, you're invited back tomorrow, and so are you, for What's My Line?
This is Johnny Olson speaking for What's My Line, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.